Got one here today that's going to be pretty interesting. This is a church. It's a Southern Faith Baptist church right here on the side of the highway. And you can see what's going on with it. That's a huge limb that broke out of it over there. Landed right on the roof. They said it didn't hurt it any. I'm sure it's probably crinkled a little bit. I can see a little bit of damage right there, but it didn't go through. It's a tin roof on it. They got very lucky. We have a Southern Baptist group here in our area. It has a disaster relief team, and they got them out here to look at it, and they did the right thing. They said this is beyond our capabilities, and those guys do a phenomenal job. Great group of guys that do help with chainsaws and things like that. But there's times, and that you got to let somebody else get on it and get after it. And they did the right thing, because you could get hurt. You could really damage things up a lot worse than they are. This is a large, I call them post oaks. It's got metal all in the tree. In the base of it, I've already seen it. There's nails here. There's other stuff there, and then there's some wire up there coming out of it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in a lift, and I'm gonna get some of these outer limbs off of it here, and just kind of work the tree some and get some stuff out of it. Then I'm gonna get on the roof and start cutting stuff off of off the limb that's on the roof. And then I got my youngest daughter, Emma's gonna be coming over here in a minute, and we're going to lift. Once I get that limb cut back, I'm gonna hold it with a rope, and then we're going to end up lifting that limb up, swinging it over there and letting it down out in the grass out there. And I'm gonna take the whole tree down too. All right, I hadn't filmed doing anything other than when I started on it, or before I started on it. I've got it wrecked out. It took me about 40 minutes to wreck it pretty good. Now I've got that big limb that's laying on the church building. It's rigged with a 5/8 stable braid, and there's 2 spider legs coming off of it. And I've got it butt tied on a porter wrap up there too. So there's a pulley up there above the porter wrap, comes down to another pulley down there, going back to the Mini. What I'm about to do now is I'm gonna hop up on the roof here, take off all the weight that I can, everything that I can. I'm gonna cut it off, and then we'll start working on lifting the tin. So I got all this stuff cut off now. It's just hanging there, basically. I think I'm gonna go over there and work that one back, and it'll sure enough be hanging there then. See all the roots. The sawdust on this tin gets really slick too, y'all. I'll probably be on my face in a minute. Yeah, it's slick. I may have to bring my blower up here in a minute and blow this sawdust off this roof, because I can't stay up on it now. I got too much on it. That land all right, Emma? I was puckered up, Emma. Everything started moving. I slid. That's what it looks like. It's freaking slick, boy, with this sawdust on it. I'm gonna cut some more of this stuff off, get some more weight off of it here. Cause it's just holding on the ropes now, that's it. That's the only thing, it's just dangling on them ropes. So now you can see that rope kind of hanging down. That's my tether rope right there. And I'm actually connecting it back to the machine to where I can lift it a little bit more and then spin it on around to the face of it with that tether rope. So I've got a stable braid tied to the butt on it right there. That's what we're going after. You'll see it up here. It's on a porter wrap up here at the top. We got plenty of clearance for it to come down right there too, huh? We are almost to it, y'all. You see it right there? So it's going to the butt and it's tight too. Let's see here if I can get it undone. Okay, there we go. Good. We'll take a wrap off of it there. Hold it. You see it kind of standing straight up? That's exactly what we wanted to do, Emma. Get another wrap off of it. Another one. Y'all can see what it's doing down there. Maybe you can. I'm going to loosen it till it comes completely loose, and I'm going to take it out of the wrap here. Alright, we're completely off of it, Emma. Alright, so only thing holding it now is the machine. Well, that spider leg there is loose because it's tilted up this way, which is good. And that one over there, so we're spread with that one and that one holding it. Alright. We're gonna go down, people, and then we're gonna get that top on down. That's pretty dang slick, ain't it, Emma? Yeah. All right, Emily, you gonna be my film girl. All right, and you just holler at me if you see something crazy going on. If you need to touch that screen, you know, if the screen blacks out, you can just touch it and it'll light back up. It's recording right there, so you can film it. I'm fixing to ease it right down to the ground, okay?
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Give me 5, dog. That's what I'm talking about. Got her dead, didn't we, dog? Who walked the dog? Kicked the cat.
Oh my gosh.
We still got to cut the tree down there, which that's not no problem or anything. So yeah, man, got her down, man. Got her down. Oh Lordy mercy. Cool beans, man. I'll show y'all this limb ain't no joke now. There was some weight in that thing. You can see the 2 spider legs that were on it right there. Lifted it with the 5/8. Had another pulley identical to this one in the top of the tree up there. You just gotta take your time on these things and work with them. Look at that. That limb's 20, 23, 22, 23 inches across it right there. I still got a bunch on the church. I got to pitch off up there now. I got to throw off the top of it, but she's whipped now. I like putting the pulley in the top. Of course, it stops your friction and it gives you, you don't have no pull on anything. And then the pulley right here makes the rope come straight down and go straight out. I don't like the rope doing that jump because you can get screwed like that if you ain't careful. So I anchor it down here at the base and do that. All right, then let's get these ropes undone here. We got a bunch of them to untie. Look at how hard that thing was pulling on that bark right there. That thing had some pressure on it, Emma. And when I pull, that's the tagline rope, and there's the main one. You can see where it was biting into it. That limb's heavy, buddy. That thing probably still weighs 2,000 pounds or better right there, just like it is. Probably a little more, imagine. Ain't no telling what it weighed with everything on top of the church up there. Cool stuff, man.
He's putting a 3/4 inch staple braid in the top of the tree.
I just tied a running bowline.
A what?
A running bowline.
He just tied a running bowline.
That's right. I need you to grab that rope over there and pull the strip and just grab a wad of it right there. You can film at the ground what you're doing so they can see what's. All right, now I need you to walk that away with it. You see, it's like a scissor right there. I don't want to stick the lip. Please stick the lip in there.
Yep.
There you go. There you go. All right. Fix it from there down. And you can tell them that 3/4 stable braid will hold over 20,000 pounds.
This 3/4 stable braid will hold over 20,000 pounds. That's a lot.
Alright, so you're going to have to take the rope now and we're going to come on around to the left.
Mm-hmm.
So I notched this tree with the 592. It hit metal. See that nail right there? Probably had an old fence in it. I'm hoping, and it got my chain too. I'll have to work on it, so I'm not gonna run it no more. I got the 500 and I'm gonna bore it with it because that ain't cutting, and I'm not finna sharpen it here. But anyhow, I hope there's nothing else on the backside of it back there. I hope. And it drives me nuts, man. People put nails and crap. So look at them. I saw a slap through that nail and that one. Look at that. But anyhow, I got him out there on the Mini. We've got the tree tension 3/4 stable braid in it, like she told you. And I'm fixing to set the camera up and I'll bore it. That's a 25-inch bar. I'll be fine with that. I'll let you know. It's gonna take me a few minutes to cut through it, am I here? That's what I'm talking about. I didn't hit no more metal. It was all on that front side over there, thank gosh. You see that blue stain? Anytime you see blue stain, there's metal somewhere in that tree. I may have hit some more over here because it's blue. But saw's still cutting good, dude. Nah, I didn't hit none. That chain look good. That square ground right there on the boy. That's a thumper. You untie that rope, Emma, on the blade. I'm gassed, y'all. It's 12:57. I've been on the tree 4 hours and 35 minutes right now, and she's on the ground. I still gotta get up on the roof. Throw that junk off up there, but I'm gonna sit here for a while. I'm hot. God, dog. That's a stud of a tree too. That thing hit the ground hard, Emma. So that never gets old to me. Watching those trees, the curves start to lift on them as they're starting to move to fall on over. Being able to do that with Emma yesterday, my girls sometimes, like when Chris, they're working and what have you, my girls will come and help me. And good times. They learn a lot about mechanical stuff as, you know, we're doing this, and, you know, and I'm explaining stuff to them. And Emma even spent some time with me up in the lift yesterday when she first got there. I was fixing to rig that big limb up on that church, and I asked her, I said, "You want to get in the lift with me?" And she said, "Yeah, I'll get in the lift." And we went up, and she was good with it. I told her, you know, every time we went to move, I would explain to her which way we were going to move so that she could kind of get used to it before I moved the lift. And because the lifts, no matter what kind you got, what it is, they sway a lot in the air, and the further out and higher you are, the more they sway. They're not going to go anywhere, but they do have a lot of movement, and they have to be built like that, and that's just part of it. So to kind of go back over what I did before I started cutting any of the limbs off that roof, that big limb that was hanging there, I tensioned that thing up. I had those spider legs on it, and I kind of put pressure on it to lift that thing, and to where I didn't want it to set down on the roof. And then I had that thing butt tied because I wasn't sure as I cut where it was going to go. And the butt tie is just insurance to keep it from going crazy. Again, you can't have too much gear. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And stuff like this right here, you can roll through some ropes. You can end up with a lot of ropes tied up into stuff. And if you always be thinking through, you know, your angles and things like that. I said it in that video where we lifted that whole tree the other day. When I first set that limb up with the main line, I came back down to the ground. I walked out there like where the machine was sitting and looked back to see where my angle, how my angle was on that main line. And I didn't like it. It was, it needed to be a little bit further out. And so I came back, went back up there, untied that one, and moved it out about another 3 more foot. And that was money when I went to lift. And the spider legs they're inexpensive. They're so useful in situations because you can span out and you can keep that thing from rolling. And again, spider legs work on the rope that it's meant for. So if you're running a 1/2 inch stable braid, you need to run 3/8 spider legs on it. If you're running a 5/8 stable braid, you need to run 1/2 inch spider legs on it. And the reason being is so to grip the rope. That thing's almost like on a Prusik up there on it. It needs to bite that rope and hold that rope. But cool stuff. I love this kind of work like this. A lot of fun. I still got I got the whole tree cleaned up. I've got a little bit of touch-up work, and I'm gonna go over there Monday afternoon to do that. And I've got, I think there's 3 chunks left to pick up over there. It was about 4 o'clock, and I texted the guy at the church. And I told him, I said, man, I said, I'm fixing to call it a day. I said, I got a little bit of cleanup to do Monday. And I said, I'm fixing to get on out of here. And I said, I'll be back Monday afternoon to get it wrapped up. He texted me back and he said, I have no idea how you've done what you've done today. And it's just extremely hot. Heat index 100, about 108, something like that. Just crazy stuff. So anyhow, hope y'all enjoyed that. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. So let's show y'all this shirt right here. This shirt was given to me. Life is better with chainsaws. So, and that's true, man. I love running saws. Hate I hit the metal. It's aggravating, but it is what it is doing this kind of work. You can just expect it in trees like that around these houses and what have you for them to be metal in them. I was wanting to finish the tree with the 592, but I was not fixing to sit down and file on it to get it ready. At that dang 500, man, the steel 500 and the 400, the 500 is just, that saw is an animal. It runs. The throttle on it is so responsive, and running that square ground chain on it too, you see the chips flying off of it, man. That thing just flat eats. All of my saws are like that, but that one there, that one and the 500. Love the 592, man. The 592 is just an absolute torque monster beast of a saw. That saw has no quit, man. Like I said, I was hoping to get to bore it with that 592 because I was going to hog that thing, man. I was going to dog into it as hard as I could. I was going to roll that saw and I was going to make it cut, but hit that metal and it was game over. So hope y'all have a great Sunday. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.